Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
Where are we at with the poll question? We were talking about that poll question earlier about Eric Garcetti and the fact that he likes to shut down parties.
Oh, yeah. The last I saw it, everybody said, no, the government shouldn't have that much power.
Oh, okay. Good.
Even though I'm very surprised, I'm guessing nobody takes part in our polls from San Luis Obispo, because I would imagine that if you're in San Luis Obispo, you would vote yes. Those people. Oh, yep. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Yeah. Here we go. Looks like 83% are saying no, the government should not have that much power. But
there are some people.
There is a small
17%
percentage
of you
that say yes. And I guarantee if I could track that vote, it came from San Luis Obispo. What do you think? If you had to put money on it.
I don't know. I'm not going to stereotype.
Everybody's scared of their shadow and Slow right now when it comes to coronavirus. Sorry, Slow. But if you know somebody in Slow and you don't live in Slow, you know what I'm talking about. We invited some people over, live in Slow. Like, no, we can't come over. I'm like, why not? I go, what, you don't trust? You don't trust that I've been safe? And then you got our buddy Matt Cross.
You have a sinister laugh?
He doesn't care. He's playing music. He's doing his thing. I noticed he couldn't do the music because of the smoke the other night, so he's been doing these little things. I don't know, can we talk about that? I guess he talked about it. He shows up and he plays shows, and he tells people on his, if you follow him on his Instagram, and then you can go sit in your, socially distance, of course, sit on your butt.
He goes to a big field, essentially.
Yeah, you know what I wanted to talk about? This is interesting because I know that your wife takes your kids to the beach a lot, and doctors are now have their thoughts on wearing a mask at the beach. Are you calling somebody?
No. That's next door.
Oh.
Wow. They have their phones turned way up.
It's a bit of a balance when you're at the beach. As long as you're distance and you're in your group, maybe you don't have to really have that mask on. But if you're socializing with others, you need the mask. The other good thing is when it's that hot, guess what? The virus doesn't like that heat either. So the actual rays of the sun, specifically the UVC light, will actually destroy it.
Okay, so there's a doctor, and, people are saying, I thought they were telling us in the beginning that the heat kills this thing. There's another doctor saying it. So that's not just fake news or made-up news or whatever.
But there are some people out there that are saying, no, you got to social distance when you go to the beach, because that's why they're shutting down the beach.
I'm tired of being judged. Listen, if I'm on the other side of the street, no one's around me, I don't have to wear a mask, okay?
This is the
mask is for if you can't be more than 6 feet away from somebody, you should wear a mask.
There's one thing that you should be judged on, and I was watching this morning on the news.
Judge me.
Is the type of mask that you're wearing. Have you seen the people that are wearing the ones that I don't know what I can call? They're called gator masks. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a piece of like polyester, but it looks like a kind of like a shawl or a scarf. And it's really big and long, and it's like spandex and polyester.
Oh, you're talking about the things that guys wear to keep the sun off of them? They're using that on their mask or their face, too?
I don't know if that's what I'm talking about.
Let me see
You
here.
pull it up, and then it hangs down on your shoulders. It kind of looks like a turtleneck that you just stretched out.
No, I have those. I wear them, too.
Don't wear them as a mask.
Here, hold on a second. You're talking about this guy. Well,
they did a test. Duke University was doing a study, and they were...
You're talking about something kind of like that, right?
Yep. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a lot of my buddies that have those a lot of times you wear those to keep the sun off your face and your head, or like if you ride ATVs, you wear them to keep the dust out of your mouth.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's not very good at stopping the spread. In fact, it may worsen the spread. Yeah. So they did a test at Duke, and on that test they did these disposable masks. They did the double mask where it's two pieces of fabric together.
Okay.
And then they did those gator masks, and they had people say, everybody please be safe, 5 times into a box. They were like, their head was enclosed in a box, and then they could track the particulate. Medical disposable mask was the best. It blocked out 90% of the. Well, actually, the N95 is the best. It blocks out 100%.
Yeah, that's what I have, though.
But then, the medical disposable mask blocked 90. The double-sided cloth masks that are like the fashion masks, I guess you can say, they blocked 80% of the particulate. The gator mask, guess how much of what percentage of the particulate that it blocked?
I don't know, maybe like 40%.
0. 0%. In fact, what it does is because it's the polyester, it still allows you to breathe freely. That's why people are wearing them. Because
but it's really tight to your face. I tried doing it, and it's like the moisture of the mask gets on there.
Because you got a big head. And what happens is it takes those particulate. And normally, when you have particulate coming out of your mouth when you're talking or coughing, it's big droplets. It's bigger droplets. But what happens is it takes the droplets and it's like running it through a cheese grater, and it makes smaller droplets, and those smaller droplets are more airborne for a longer period of time.
I see. So these
stay away from those guys.
Yeah, you call them the gator masks. These are those masks that you wear that usually hang around your neck, and you can pull them up over your face. Let's see what we got here. Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
Good, Brian.
Doing good.
Excellent. Hey, I was calling in. I am part of the neck gator gang, and I just wear them so other people shut up.
Yeah, you're just me too. The only reason I bring a mask around is so people quit giving me dirty looks, and just
exactly.
I wear it for you, folks. I wear it for you.
I do too. But I was watching this Duke study, and I can't believe this is like an actual university study that I was like, okay, well, we're actually getting information from this study, and it was not even. It was a study that my daughter could have done in her second grade class if she was allowed to go. Because they took a UV light and they shined it in this box, and then they tracked the particulate. They recorded it with a camera. I'm sure millions of dollars went into this study where people got their head in a box and said, "Everybody, please be careful." And Duke got some kind of grant for it. But you know what? It was effective, and it showed the particulate coming through the gator mask, and it was like this cloud. Whereas the particulate coming from every other mask was like these little, you could see them, big, dense droplets.
I guess that's important to know. I mean, because a lot of people are wearing these masks. This doctor says what we should be, thanks for the call, Brian, where we should be spending the money, though, is on these take-home saliva kits.
That's the key, by the way. The money we should be spending is in cheap, quick testing, home testing. If we can do that, you can actually stop the spread.
And now they have this new one where you just swab your mouth. You don't have to stick something way up your nose. And then if everybody could just get a take-home kit and realize they're clean or they're not, then that's a good point.
And you can mass produce those too. When we were trying to have our son, my wife was obsessed with all the time pregnancy testing. Like she wanted to know, so she bought in bulk from Amazon these little testing strips to let you know. You can buy them in a count of 100. Could you imagine if we had 100 COVID saliva tests at home? So every time we leave the house, we're just like, okay, let me check. Let me check if I got COVID.
Well, give it time. I guarantee you this will be marketed. It'll be at Costco, Amazon, Walmart. It'll be everywhere.
Big money.
Do I make it in?
This is not how the contest works.
No, it works. We call you.
Oh, is that one over? Oh, no.
Don't call us. We'll call you. That's the name of this contest.
Do you know what you're supposed to I want to tell you what you're supposed to do.
Okay, I know what it is, but so you changed it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still on last week.
Do you know what it
The
is?
week before.
It's all the smoke. It's all the smoke.
Do you know what
I'm telling you, it's horrible up in North County. It's bad.
Do you know
It's
what
so
it
bad.
is, or so tell us what you have to do.
Yeah, tell us what people need to do. What do you need to do?
Well, when you call, you answer the phone, you say ride the lightning.
Yeah, but you have to text us first. What do you know what to text?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did text ride.
So you were just kind of hoping that we weren't paying attention to how we do our jobs.
Ride. It's supposed to be ride. You text ride, and then when you call, you answer the phone, ride the lightning.
Mm-hmm. Should we just piss everybody off and give her the tickets right now, Jeremy?
No.
Because that's not how it works?
No.
That's not how the game's played?
Know your
Yeah, but in
rules.
this-
You
in this-
better know your
in this
rules.
day and age-
If you don't, you'll be eaten in your sleep.
In this day and age,
Aw.
when everybody...
I could use a good time. This has been
Me too.
sucky.
I know.
No, we gotta follow.
Everything.
We gotta follow the rules.
Yeah.
You understand how that is. Imagine if your name was Wendy and we were gonna call you right now, and but then
okay.
we decided to just go ahead and give you the tickets. You'd you'd be
that'd be
pretty
bummer.
mad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So call me. No.
Well, we might. You're taking up time. We're supposed to be hitting
Okay.
the number generator right now to see who's going to win.
Fair enough.
All right. Bye.
Fair
Good
enough.
luck. Good
Okay,
luck.
bye.
Who's it going to be? Jeff's got it on his side.
Your name?
Huh? Are you going to announce the name on the air? Or just call the person?
There's no name, so we're just going to call the person. I have no idea who this person is. This person is a prize whore because they only text in to win prizes. Let me see. Yeah, hold on.
Prize whores.
Hold on a second.
You dirty prize whores.
The history of this person, okay? They have texted into the program, ride, grill, to win a grill from Suburban Propane. Oh, nope. Hold on a second. Had a comment back in December about Gregory Hines and Gene Kelly and Donald O'Connor and Debbie Reynolds. She says that Singing in the Rain, she or he says that Singing in the Rain is a better dance movie than Showgirls.
This is what we call caller history.
Throwback Thursday.
History.
Oh, but it's Friday. Area 51 is where the Skunk Works projects were developed. It was top secret division of Lockheed.
Can we call him?
Yeah. We can go.
They have to answer the phone.
They threw out the fact in May of 2019 that U.S. citizens own over 363 million guns. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I have no idea who this person is.
Well, you do. You have a name over there, right?
They don't have a name. There's no name attached to their number. It's just a number.
Oh, okay.
I guess we could call them...
Well, just call them.
Dance movie lover?
They have to say KZOZ Ride the Lightning when they answer the phone. If they don't, then we say sorry, we move on. And we regenerate. Regeneration.
Remember, I sent you over at 2.5.
KZOZ Ride the Lightning.
Wow.
Hey, look at that. We got a winner. You're going to go see Metallica, man. What's your name?
Nate.
Nate. All right. Well, nice job, Nate. We don't have.
Did you know, Nate? Were you listening? And you could tell by the text history that we were going to give you a call.
Yes, I could.
Oh, okay. Why were we talking about the movie Showgirls back in December?
I forget what it was, but I commented on Singing in the Rain was a better dance movie because it was my daughter's favorite movie.
Oh, okay.
When she was growing up.
You would have a problem if Showgirls was your daughter's favorite movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
What?
I would have a problem with that.
Hey, not
too.
Everybody's meant for college, Jeff.
I definitely would push Singing in the Rain over Showgirls.
All right. Well, Nate, nice job, man. So you get to go to San Luis Obispo or Santa Maria. Which drive-in theater do you want to go to see Metallica?
San Luis Obispo.
All right, you're going to the Sunset Drive-In. You got a car pass, which means you can take up to 5 people with you, 6 total. Okay.
All right, great.
All
And
right.
from now on,
hold on the line. Don't
Nate,
hang up.
When
Okay.
corresponding with this program via the text line, you will be known as Singing in the Rain Nate.
Right on.
All right, buddy. Hold on the line here. That's how it works. We'll do it again coming up Monday morning. Just text the word ride if you haven't done it yet. If you've done it, you don't need to do it 100,000 times.
Oh, are you getting a little perturbed?
Some people, I want them to have a life. I don't want them to have a brain aneurysm texting ride. Did you hear about this woman that was kicked off a JetBlue flight? She had 6 kids, and one of them was 2 years old.
That should be reason for kicking her
No,
off.
no,
right
no,
there.
that's not at all. She has 6 kids. She's on a JetBlue flight. They all got masks on, but her 2-year-old keeps taking off her mask.
Taking her mask off?
No, her own mask. The 2-year-old keeps taking off her mask because she's 2 years old.
Right.
And she gets kicked off the flight. This is excerpts of somebody's cell phone recording the whole thing when the flight attendants came up and told her she had to leave the plane because her 2-year-old wouldn't keep her mask on.
I got kicked off the plane.
It was extremely overwhelming and traumatizing. How am I supposed to get a baby to wear a mask? How does this even make sense? She's a baby. She doesn't know the right from wrong. She doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, you just hear the particulate coming out of that mom's mouth.
Stop. But I mean, it's a 2-year-old, right? I mean, they don't know.
Here's the thing.
They don't understand that they have to keep it on.
This is a problem.
She's 2.
That the airlines have dealt with since before pandemics, okay, is flight attendants, because of their schedules and because of their, usually because of their age and because of their lot in life, they're not typically family people. So they cannot understand
or relate.
They can't relate. Thank you. They cannot relate to families. So
I get it.
They go by rigid policy. And listen, the airline industry before pandemics was all about policy.
But still, I mean, you have common sense. I mean, I realize you have policy, but at the same time, this is a 2-year-old. All right, You've been around kids before, right? Let alone used to be one. I mean, you don't understand at 2 years old. Actually, this is the audio I wanted to play for you first. This is from the incident that happened on the plane.
I have a baby here with a pacifier in her mouth. She has a she will be 3 at the end of September.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Right. She's 2. That's it.
She's 2. And they also said if a child cannot wear a mask. So what?
It doesn't matter long as she has health problems.
You realize she's 2.
I do, and I also it's not something that we can excuse because
So
it is.
should I tie her hands? What should I do? Should I hold her hands?
We have to deplane.
No, I'm not going to deplane. I could try my best, and I could give her to eat. If she has a pacifier in her mouth, is that a problem too?
Now, what happened was after this happened, other passengers started getting upset with the flight attendants because they're like, dude, back off, make an exception. She's 2 years old. Yeah. She doesn't understand, and she's going to constantly take it off. And then they made everybody get off the plane.
Oh, God.
Not good for JetBlue.
Because it's airline policy. Because airlines have these policies, and the flight attendants
but I feel like we hear this more about
uphold the policy.
We hear about this more than some airlines than others, and JetBlue is one of them that you hear more complaints about.
Yeah,
and it's like, what is your problem? Is this? Do they have like that East Coast attitude? You know what I mean? Like that just you're gonna hardball everybody. Hard nose? Is it hard nose? Not hardball.
Are you saying because they're based out of New York?
Yeah, because they're New Yorkers and they're just like, no, we're tough guys or chicks or whatever, tough people. It's so stupid. It's like a 2-year-old.
I did not know the stereotyping ran so deep that you stereotype corporations.
Well, I'm just saying, people on the East Coast have an attitude sometimes. They're tough people. They're tough guys.
I've flown on JetBlue a couple times. I liked it.
I've never flown on JetBlue, but we hear
complaints. They were the first ones to have TVs in the back of the seats. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. Now everybody does.
I thought it was Virgin.
Well, I never flew on Virgin, so I don't know. But the first plane that I'd ever gotten on that had it, I was watching football. I was like, this, I mean, this was, over a decade ago.
Yeah, that's true. Because most of the flights that have TVs are continental flights. They're not, I can't think of
domestic?
Domestic, yeah. They're international. Every time I've flown international, it's got a TV, but every time it's domestic, you don't usually get one.
So it made everybody get off the plane.
Yeah, they made everybody deplane.
So what happened? Was everybody back allowed to get back on the plane? And if they were nice to the flight attendant, they were allowed to continue on to Akron or wherever they were going. But sans the child? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know me. I've said for a while, we give flight attendants way too much say.
Too much power.
Too much power.
But they're in charge of the cabin. I mean, and the pilot's got to fly it. I mean, I get it. But at the same time, you have to be somebody who's reasonable. You can't just puff up your chest and say, I'm in charge. You need to.
You know how people say, and this is, I don't think I'm equating police brutality to the way flight attendants treat people. But I think that the way they train flight attendants needs to be changed. And I think this is before
I think it
coronavirus.
Will. No, I think it will, though. After this, I think it will. It'll have to be.
It's ridiculous. Like, they are not allowed to exercise common sense at any point in time. They have to be strict, rigid policy. I mean, come on. I've been on flights before where the flight attendants do exercise common sense. We flew with my daughter when she was 13 months old, to Hawaii. You know how stressed out I was about that trip? I was very stressed about that trip. We got to the back of the plane, and because I was just thinking, what if my daughter cries for 5.5 hours?
No, it's possible.
Because, it's very possible.
I've heard kids do it.
So
that's why people have noise-canceling headphones.
The flight attendants were the coolest people. They're like, hey, let me take your daughter. I'll walk her around the cabin. They're carrying her around the cabin, doing dances with her.
That's cool.
Stuff like, and
what airline?
She was having a great time. It was Alaska.
Yeah, that's how Alaska is. There's other airlines that are that good too, but that's just they train their flight crew just completely different, I think, than because I tell you what, I've flown, I don't know, most major airlines, and nothing compares to how they treat people. Even during this time, it's a little different. It's a little more. It's not as warm as it normally is. It's a little colder, but because they have to. The mayor of Cambria writes in, she says, should people be flying with 6 kids during a pandemic? No, they probably shouldn't unless they absolutely have to. And I'm sure this woman, the last thing she wanted to do was take 6 kids on a flight by herself.
Listen,
but I'm sure she had to.
I was going to go to paradise for 7 days, but I don't know. I wasn't willing to waste the 5 hours in a non-pandemic. I'm sure it was not in her best interest to go ahead and make this trip. She just probably had to.
Man. Everybody would just, put yourself in somebody else's shoes and just try to be reasonable. Yeah. That's all you can do.
No, but no. That's not what we do in society right now.
Not anymore.
In a pandemic, when we're supposed to all
even
be in
before that.
When we're all in this together, we need to tell other people how to live their life.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.